Hi traders, Chris Forsick here with an update on the euro dollar and pound dollar for the beginning of this week. Alright, we're looking at the euro dollar and we're getting a bullish bounce, 3 bullish daily candles in a row. So that could be some type of bigger correction that looks like momentum. And also we see the longer term moving averages on the daily chart here, 144 and 233 EMA. Let's take a look quickly at the weekly chart. You can see also a pin bar there, kind of with a wick at the bottom. Did have a bullish close, and the close was above the close of the week before. So I think we see on the higher time frame some bullish price action at this moment. Let's dive into the 4-hour chart. And there we go. We can see good move up, fractal basically sailing above the 20 EMA, and now we're seeing a drop up and down probably. I think that looking at this, it looks more like more correction is possible from WIS 7. Let's put a fib from here to here. There we go. And let me make that correct. There we go. And I think that 61, 78.6 fibs could be support areas around 118.95, 118.70. So there could be some smaller drop here down to those fibs. That does seem likely. It's certainly testing the support trend line that we have in place, as you can see, plus minus around here. So if it breaks, it looks like it's going to break that, but does not have that much space before we hit those fibs, and I think that could be a bouncing spot for upside. If we see very strong price action followed by bear flag and then a break of that bear flag, then as price breaks through that bear flag with some candlesticks, confirming that breakout, 1 hour, 4-hour charts, for instance, then that would change perspectives. In that case, we might be looking at a continuation lower. And in that case, I think the target is 117.75, 117.50. And we might be looking at something like this towards the support, and that could be the bouncing spot, and that could complete the 5-wave pattern like that. So I wouldn't rule that out. Seems slightly less likely, but certainly a valid option. I think maybe a 60-40 split at this moment, 40 for downside, 60 for bounce at these fibs. Now the bounce itself, what would be the target in my view? 120.30 probably could be the target, or even the previous top at 120 if it's a deep fib bounce, and it could maybe make a triangle. So this could be an A, down for B, up for C, then down for D, up for E, and then break to the downside. Okay, so that's something to consider. Here in the 1-hour chart, we see price testing that support trend line, and I think we're going to get the bearish break. So all eyes basically on how much this falls and how the price reacts to those Fibonacci levels. That's the most important, in fact. Is there a bear flag? That doesn't look good for bulls, but looks great for a bearish breakout continuation. Or is there a V-Valley reversal where price falls, but then there's a quick reversal and buyers step in basically to push this higher? So that's key, I think, for the moment with this euro dollar. So once again, something like this here, downside followed by bear flag, looks good for break. Or if there's a downside but strong rally, V-Valley reversal, then for instance a flag or maybe even some correction, then it looks bullish, in fact, and there should be later on a break of the resistance trend line for the bullish breakout towards the previous top, if not the 270 target. All right, now in the bigger run, if this does test 117.50, it can complete the bigger ABC. That could indicate the bigger bounce at 117.50. If it breaks through 120.30, that could indicate that this ABC is completed, and we might see a bigger ABC back to the previous tops as well. So either a bullish bounce at 117.50 or a bearish break above 20 EMA does give some space for some decent upside to retest the previous top. That previous top, though, could stop price if this is becoming a bigger consolidation zone, and I think that does seem likely at this moment. So there could be this, and then again, ABC up basically, and then 5 waves down, for instance. That's all very possible in a bigger kind of corrective pattern. So once again, bullish bounce 170.50 or bullish break 120.20 should see some upside, but limited upside towards the previous top for the moment. Pound USD. All right, so we got the upside as expected on Wednesday, and you can see that price pushing through the double top in a slow but steady push up, reaching 140 indeed, around level, and that's where price reacted with the doji, 140.05, and there was a strong push from 40 resistance round level there and the previous tops as well. This too, however, still looks more like a 5-wave completed, and maybe some ABC here for an A. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's an ABC within B and then a C up to retest maybe 141, for instance. We could put the fib from the top to the bottom, and we can see a 61.8 fib, but even the 78.6 fib, for instance, at 141.40, or the 88.6 fib, any of those three fibs could be the target. We see the price reacted to the 50, so the next fib resistance levels would be one of those three, if not all three. So looking for still a bigger ABC pattern here. I think that just like the euro dollar, it might make that dip down to retest support. Let's get rid of this fib and put the fib from here to here. So what I'm looking for basically is either a bounce at 78.6 fib or a breakout above the 20 EMA here at 139.50. Both should be bullish and should push towards the minus 272 target 140.66. If price breaks through this bottom, then of course in that case that changes perspectives here too. If there's a strong push flag and a break of that flag, then it should go lower towards 137, 137.50. So that's something to keep an eye on. But yeah, if it moves down, strong push up, hook back, higher low, then I do expect a rally up, or after the break of the 20 EMA, like this. All right. Whereas of course, if there's a flag, then the push lower is expected. Okay. So same like the euro dollar in a way, leading towards more upside. I think probability is even higher on the pound dollar because it looks like a 5-wave is completed. So I do think that it will go deeper to retracement. We see buyers step in. I'm not even sure if it will make this dash down here, but it could, of course. Let's see, trend line like this would indicate the break, and got to keep an eye on that support zone right here. If it breaks that, yes, then that fall is becoming more likely. On the other hand, if it breaks through the resistance here at 139.50, then looks like an ascending wedge to the upside, and we might see a break, flag, continuation without getting this deeper retracement here. That's my 2 cents, my vision for the moment on the euro dollar, pound dollar. Back on Wednesday as usual. Tomorrow we have a live webinar on our automated trading systems. On Monday, later today, of course, Nenad has his usual setups. Wish you all great trading and see you soon. Cheers.